What if I told you some of the best buildings when it comes to amenities and lifestyle and concierge services was not just in Bel Air or Beverly Hills or the Platinum Triangle, but right here in West Hollywood? I'm talking great dog runs, rooftop pools with 360-degree views, concierge services that will rival the best 4- and 5-star hotels, and even gyms that are as good as Equinox. Well, there are hidden pockets and hidden gems here in West Hollywood that I want to make sure that you know about, and so let's just dive right into it. So the Pendry Residences have been called a private oasis in the heart of Los Angeles, and I found that that is not an exaggeration. You get to all the vibrancy of the Sunset Strip, but when you walk inside those doors, you get this private, kind of communal, quiet, calming feeling. So you really do get the best of both worlds. Fun fact, the Pendry is about to go through a rebranding process where they will soon be called the Sunrose Residence. But don't worry, you'll still get 24/7 concierge, valet, housekeeping, access to Wolfgang pups, in-house dining, a full fitness center, screening room, rooftop pool with skyline views, and even a private wine room. And yes, there's a spa. And yes, you can get room service. Now, what's wild is that most people assume buildings like this only exist in New York or Miami. But here it is, right in the middle of the Sunset Strip. It's a lifestyle choice for sure, and it comes with a price tag. But for the right buyer, it's exactly what you want. Zero compromise. Now let's talk about something a little bit more grounded, but still incredibly well appointed, and that is Empire West. Now, it might not have the flash of brand new construction because it's been around in West Hollywood for decades, but it makes up for it in layout, location, and community. The amenities here are outstanding. You've got a newly renovated rooftop pool and lounge, a tennis court, which is pretty rare for WeHo, a 24/7 doorman, full valet, a library lounge, and a solid gym. But beyond the features, the vibe here is what sells people. Empire West attracts long-term residents. It's not a revolving door. People settle in here. There's a quiet, unspoken pride about living in this building. And then there's the location. Just off Sunset, near Soho House, and you can catch a show at the Comedy Store and still feel tucked away enough for a little peace and quiet when you get home. Now I want to shift focus to a building that doesn't get all the headlines, but still is absolutely worth mentioning, and that is the Shoreham Towers. And what makes it so unique is how dog-friendly it is. It sits just north of the Sunset Strip, so it makes it a little bit more quiet, a little bit more of a residential feel. But when I say dog-friendly, I don't just mean dog-friendly. It's got great areas for dog walks. It's got a great outdoor space to be able to utilize for extra long runs. And the concierges actually like dogs. It's a breath of fresh air in a market where many luxury buildings treat pets like an inconvenience. But pet perks aside, Shoreham still delivers the goods. Valet, concierge, gym, a pool deck with sweeping views, and a well-maintained building with an upscale, lived-in feel. And here's the kicker. The pricing is much more approachable than some of the other big names. If you're someone who doesn't need the paparazzi energy but still wants luxury living with a personality, this might be your spot. Let's take a left turn and talk about something or a place that's a little bit more iconic, and that is the Granville Towers. Talk about history. Cary Grant used to live there, and so it is just dripping with old school Hollywood. Art Deco vibes, private garden courtyards, wrought iron staircases, and architectural flourishes you just don't see in other new builds. Now, you're not getting the full spa and sauna treatment here. No rooftop pool, no gym. But that's kind of the point. Granville is for people who want something timeless. It's the kind of place where the charm is the amenity. Perfect for creatives, solo buyers, or anyone looking for a home that feels like a story. It's intimate, it's nostalgic, and it's totally West Hollywood. There are so many buildings in West Hollywood that are great options, and I couldn't include them all, so I want to share with you a few honorable mentions that didn't make the cut, but we absolutely have to talk about. Okay, I'll admit it. This one's technically not in West Hollywood. The Carlyle residence is located in Westwood, but it absolutely earns a spot on my list of favorite buildings for luxury amenities. This place is the definition of understated elegance. You've got 24-hour concierge service, private elevator access directly into your unit, and finishes that rival any five-star hotel. It's tucked away just enough to feel peaceful, but still close to the best that LA has to offer. So even though it's a few miles outside of the heart of West Hollywood, the Carlyle more than qualifies for a mention. The Sierra Towers are technically also just outside the boundaries of West Hollywood, but let's be honest, this building is too iconic not to include. We're talking about one of the most legendary high-rises in all of Los Angeles. It's celeb-heavy, security is ultra-tight, and the address itself carries some serious clout. From panoramic views to top-tier amenities, Sierra Towers has long been the go-to for A-listers and those who value exclusivity. It's not just a residence, it's a statement. If you want a full video on other underrated buildings here in West Hollywood, drop me a comment in the text. I'm happy to zoom out on that for you a bit further. Now, let's break down, why do amenities even matter? Because in a place like West Hollywood, where you're working, socializing, and networking in high gear all the time, your home has to do more. It has to serve you. A great building doesn't just give you a pool or a gym, it gives you time back. It gives you convenience. It lets you host people, entertain, unwind, get fit, and maybe even impress a date or two without ever getting in your car. And that's the real value. So if you're in the market for a new home in West Hollywood, or even if you're thinking a few months out, this is what I recommend. Don't just shop listings, shop lifestyles. Ask what you want your day-to-day to look like. Where do you get your morning coffee? Do you walk your dog at 7 a.m.? Do you entertain every weekend? Or are you looking for peace and quiet with a view? These buildings all have their pros and cons, but the good news is the right one for you does exist. Curious as to where you fit into the West Hollywood scene? Well, I'd love to help you every step of the way. And if you're not ready yet, that's cool. That's what this channel is for. But as you have questions, as you have comments, leave them below. We would love to be able to help. If you're thinking rooftop decks, you're thinking concierge, dog runs, maybe even a great gym, we'd love to help you every step of the way. Until then, this is Erik Brown, your West Hollywood Realtor, and I'll see you on the next one.